Good evening. Once again, we're here with Interview with the Pros with eBiz Marketing Academy. And today we have our guest is Daniel Seyum. He's a professional photographer and he's going to talk to us. We want to have a conversation with him about photography and why is it important to use in your content strategy for your website, social media, and your brand look overall. So Daniel, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for having me tonight.
Awesome. Welcome. Glad to have you join us. I'm really excited to talk to you. I think it's a really cool topic, and thought you were a perfect person to talk about sort of transforming the a website. Website is a visual medium, right. So, and photography is a really huge part of that. So I thought you would be a great person to talk to kind of go over how your approach to photography and how that can be incorporated into websites.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks again.
So before we start, I want to know from you, tell us a little bit, or let our audience know a little bit about your company and how long you've been a photographer.
My company, I go by Xxposure Photography. It's spelled Xxposure. I've been shooting for 11 years now. I'm based in LA. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it for a while now. I also have another social media, which is Daniel Seyum Photography, and also on my Facebook account.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cool. And just a little bit, just to give us a little bit more background. What
I do all kinds of photography, events, concerts, weddings, quinceañeras. I do formal events, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I see a lot of stuff.
Request.
Yeah, I see a lot of stuff on your Instagram account, and I want to ask you, so is there any considerations you make when shooting for a website or versus social media or any other medium? Like
right now I don't have a website right now. I shoot just for my social media.
Okay.
I mostly just post my pictures on my Instagram. I haven't used my Facebook in a long time, but everything that I do post on my Instagram. So I consider posting on there more because I feel like that's what everybody uses nowadays. So I'm able to get my business from there.
Yeah, so I think what we want to find out is, like, if you have do any of your clients actually use the photos that you take for their website?
Yeah. I had many clients. I mean, one particular client, when I shot the band Bush, I shot him at the Wiltern in LA.
Yeah.
And the manager ended up contacting me on email and wanted to buy a photo from me. One digital photo, actually it was two, but he only used one digital photo, and he paid me $1,400 for that, just one particular photo. And I'm like, I was excited about that because that's never happened to me before. So, I mean, amongst a lot of people who do use the photos I've taken on their website or on their social media, Bush by far has to be the most, just for one digital picture.
Right.
Did
you know that they were going to use that photo?
No, I didn't know. It was it's a nice photo. I mean, it's of Gavin Rosdale, on stage with a guitar, and he's spreading his arms out, kind of like, Jesus. And for some reason, they like that photo. Gotcha. So at first, when they hit me up, I thought it was a joke. And I was like, what I got to lose is just a picture, So next thing you know, $1,400 was on my account.
That's good.
So, right.
Yeah.
So, so what do you do to, like, okay, so you got that $1,400, or you got that expensive photograph. Have you done anything since to, like, try to replicate that, or what do you do to try to get that essence of your subject when you're taking a picture of a person? Do you do anything specific to try to depict that essence they trying to show, or a model they take a picture, or
Yeah, I mean, basically what I do is just.
is there anything especially you do to make them feel comfortable, or like show like, you know, their side that they want to show the world, or what do you do?
Well, I mean, when it comes to like portrait shots, one-on-one with the subject. I mean, when I'm at the studio, you know, I just tell them to pose a certain way, you know, and in any way that they feel comfortable, you know, and I try to capture the face, you know, the eyes, you know, that shows their true emotions, you know. That's when I do portrait shots at a studio. But when I'm shooting at a concert, then I just, you know, like I said, just zoom in with my long lens, and then if they have any facial expressions that show emotion, I just click away.
Yeah.
You know, and I not just do just one click. I click like maybe 10 shots.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So
You still there, Amari?
so that's to look like he froze up again.
Yeah, he froze.
Okay, no, you there? You good in it?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay. I was worried. I was like, oh, internet went down. So what I was going to ask is you know, one of the things that we're talking about right now, or we just finished talking about is web design. So I do web design. As a web designer, when somebody comes to me and they ask me for a website, there are a certain number of things that I need them to answer before I can get started. Okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and continue.
Okay,
Daniel.
so basically what I look for the client is just the time, location, what are they looking for, the concept of their photos, you know. I mean, for example, like I shot, you know, a couple times Christine Devine from Fox 11 News. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, nice.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so for example, I shot a Christine Devine from Fox 11 News, and she partnered up with a fashion designer. So she wanted to show off the new outfits that she bought from them, I think. So we headed to FD Studios in downtown LA, and you know, she tried on a couple of her. I shot her wearing a couple of her clothes, you know. So basically that was her concept, and she explained how she wanted it. So
right.
For the most part, what I do ask the client is what they want. If they say, you know what, Danny, just whatever you feel like doing, then I'll just maybe go on their Instagram and see what type of stuff they like, you know, and then that's how I come up with my concepts.
Right. You also need to know how they're going to use the photo, right? Like if you need to know that, like whether or not they're going to use it for, like, obviously Instagram, you know, there's a square images versus using them for you know, a banner image that's going to go on you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't after we do the photo shoot, I don't really ask them what they're going to use it for unless they volunteer to tell me.
Oh, I just mean before the shoot. So, you know, like obviously if you're going to have an image for Instagram, you need to the subject needs to be centered towards the middle of the image, right, versus a big landscape or something where they can be, you know, on the edge of the image, and you're capturing more background imagery and that sort of thing.
Right.
So you need to know kind of what they're going to use the image for before you get started, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, you're talking about what the background would be like when I shoot them.
Yeah, I mean, just a general idea of how they're planning on what the image is for. Like if it's for like an advertising, or for
oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, basically just kind of like how I shot you guys.
Yeah.
You guys wanted to use it for your advertisement. So
Yeah.
basically,
Gotcha.
a lot of clients they call me and or direct message me and just tell me that they want to do it for, you know, a business or, you know, for a wedding or something like that, you know.
Mhm.
Just,
Sure.
yeah, and then I just tell them whatever they want. I'll work with them, and then we could come up with a concept.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So speaking on concepts, I mean, I know, I mean, as we mentioned already, like Instagram, how it's popular with image focus social media.
Yeah.
But I think I see the same trend happening with websites nowadays, especially because so many people are looking at the website on the mobile device.
Okay.
And in fashion photography, in fashion websites, you see is mainly photography. Instead of having a bunch of text, nobody's going to read a whole bunch of text on a phone. So they rather see an image, and you see that trend happening on a lot of websites, not just fashion industry, but most industries are changing that up.
Yeah.
So having a huge blocks of text is mainly imagery. So to build that up, and so I think you kind of already do it. I don't know if you consciously do it or if you kind of plan it out, but do you ever plan out like a story or how you're gonna depict a certain story through photos when you're shooting a subject, or is just you just shoot a bunch, or you just take a bunch of shots in a photo shoot and then post production you kind of put the story together? How do you work?
Usually I do like post production too. Like for example, I thought of a concept. Like I always try to stand out and be different than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I wanna portray my photography to be like. Well, for example, like I've always liked the movie Back to the Future, so I thought of this idea, and I haven't even seen anybody else do it. You know, have a model on a hoverboard. You know,
Mm.
and it worked out good. I mean, I called this guy who has a DeLorean. We went to the desert, and the concept in my head was to shoot in the desert because in the movie, you know, they were in a desert.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I bought a hoverboard, and then I had her, you know, on the bricks, and then I took pictures of her on the bricks. So I came back to my house, edited the bricks out, so it looks like she's hovering.
Oh, that's cool.
On the board, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, like I just try to stick out and try to do different than what everybody else is doing. You know.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, and I've always been like that. So, you know.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, definitely cool when a concept, you know, sort of comes to life. Like when it starts out in your head inside something, and then you're able to make that a reality, and it comes together as well as you imagined it. So
yeah, and I just have so much ideas right now that I don't want to say, but I do have things going on.
Right. Is that something that usually that comes from the client, or does that come from you, like just your imagination, or is
it comes from me. It comes from me.
Nice.
You know, like a lot of people, you know, are just shooting, you know, just regular cars and, you know, lowriders and stuff like that. But I just feel like I just want to stick out and do something different, you know.
Awesome.
And but it's usually kind of coming from me. I never really had a model or tell me this is what I want, you know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, you know, just recently I did a photo shoot, you know, with the Suzuki car and from the 90s. So I thought about this, you know, 90s photo shoot, you know, having the models wear and dress kind of like the girls from back in the days.
Right.
So, yeah, so stuff like that, you know, like I just want to bring back that style of photography that I haven't seen anybody do, you know. So
nice.
Awesome.
So right now, what is your favorite subject to photograph, and what is your favorite thing about being a photographer?
Uh, I mean, I like shooting anything. I mean, I've shot concerts for a while, like a long time now. So I like doing that because you are, going to a concert and listening to your favorite artist on stage.
Right.
And then there are times that you do go beyond stage and shoot them one-on-one,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So just the fact that you're just there and the crowd's loud and you just feel the vibe.
Right.
I think out of everything, out of shooting photography, I like doing concerts the most.
Nice.
You know?
Nice. Cool.
So
Is that because of the vibe, or
yeah, just a vibe,
yeah, at the concerts? Okay.
yeah, just always hearing them on the radio for years, but then finally going to a concert and actually seeing them in person.
Is that your favorite thing about being a photographer too? That you get to meet these people, or is it
Just
something else?
my favorite thing about being a photographer is just making people smile, and
Oh, okay.
and just looking at the reaction when I edit these photos and they're like, oh my God, wow, like these photos are great. It's all about just making the customer happy. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. Right. For sure. And speaking of that, is it your plan to stick with photography, or do you ever see yourself getting into video, working on video or something like that?
Oh yeah, I think eventually I might try and transition, but just just do both.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I do just do photography right now.
Yeah.
I do have a team. My brothers, they do certain stuff. One of my brothers does do videography.
Okay.
So when I do need videos, I do hit him up about it.
Right on.
Ask them if he wants to do it.
Right on.
So, but me personally, yeah, one day I would like to learn.
Yeah, for sure.
Because nowadays a lot of people do want video for lunch.
Exactly. It's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
cool. Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. Well,
yeah,
that's all the questions I have for you. Ernesto, do you have any other questions for Daniel?
No, no. I think Daniel, maybe if you want to speak a little bit of, I know you started talking about your company, but if anybody that's listening want to reach out or looking to hire a photographer, if you want to give your information out, and
yeah, I mean,
what they need from you before they hire they hire you. Sorry about that.
what do they need from me? Just basically, if they wanna hire me for any type of occasion, weddings or, like I said, quinceañeras, because that's really big nowadays. And during the summer, that's when a lot of people do request it. They just need to tell me when, where, and get a deposit, for the occasion. They can reach me at an Instagram on Xxposure, XXPOSURE_LA, or my other one, which is Daniel_Seyum_photography at Instagram.
Oh, cool.
Or in there, I could just give him my phone number and then we could just talk one-on-one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sounds
Awesome.
good. Is there a time frame that I'm pretty sure if they call you and they want their stuff for tomorrow and it won't be available, like how much advance notice you need?
Well, I mean, if it's for a wedding, like 3 months in advance.
Okay.
Quinceañera, same thing, 3 months in advance, because I do have to, adjust my schedule accordingly. So
Right. Yeah.
But for a photo shoot, because our audience is mainly small entrepreneurs or people that are starting their business, would that be like a week notice enough time for you, or do you still need like 3 months notice?
Oh no, just something like for example, when I shot you guys, it was just a week in advance.
Yeah.
Photo shoots like portrait shots or studio shoots probably 2 weeks in advance.
Perfect.
Yeah, because usually I have like a lot of things going on every weekend.
Yeah, understandably. Sounds good, Daniel. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, so we'd like to thank you, man. Thank you so much for, putting up with us. We
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for having us. I'm sorry about the
Yeah, absolutely.
technical
No
difficulties.
worries. Technical stuff
Yeah.
happens. All good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for joining us at that. I think it was really, really insightful and useful to speak to you. So,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
thanks
definitely.
again. And hopefully we could do it again right one day.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Looking forward
Yeah,
to
so
it.
much success to you, man, and definitely keep us in mind. Anything new happens, let us know. We'll do the same with you. Whenever we need photography, we'll reach out to you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Definitely. I'll let you keep you guys posted.
All
That's
right.
great.
Sure.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
thanks again, and again, yeah, this is Omari, Ernesto, and Daniel. Once again with eBiz Marketing Academy, and we're signing off for the night. So talk to you next time.
All right. Good night. Thank you guys.